Welcome to the first edition of Model Weekly, presented by the Patriot Post. I'm your host, Victoria Taylor. It's been over 6 months since the coronavirus pandemic has affected our country in many ways. And while several public school districts in Kentucky, including right here in Madison County, have put off in-person classes until this week, Model has been back fully in person since September 28th. Model has taken various precautionary measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 since starting in-person instruction last month. Custodial staff have been busy wiping down and sanitizing everything in between class periods, and instructors and students are maintaining social distance to the best of their abilities. Model has also required mandatory masks for all students and staff while on campus.
Everybody's taking it very serious, from our students who have been superb about following the guidelines. We have had no kickback from students about not wanting to wear a mask or not wanting to follow the stairwells and not wanting to follow the right-of-ways in the halls. The plexiglass that we installed in the K-5 classrooms, I think has helped some with the younger students. Our parents have been very understanding about the difficulties with dropping students off and picking up, because we have a short time frame to get everybody in the building and everybody out.
Welcome, have a great day.
Thankfully, we had a lot of support from the university to help us navigate these uncharted waters, and we had a lot of support from KDE to help us figure out what to do.
You can keep up to date with COVID incident rates and the numbers of current cases and quarantines at model.eku.edu/COVID-19. Only a handful of Model students knows what having COVID is like firsthand. She agreed to share her story with the Model Weekly staff. Olivia Florell and Nathan Corder have the exclusive interview.
So my cousins came over for a cookout at my house, and then at the end of the night, she started feeling sick, and then she tested positive the next day. So I couldn't really do anything for it, but about 2 days I kept throwing up. So then I got medicine to help me keep stuff down. That's about it. It kind of sucked because I was, home for 2 weeks and I couldn't go out of my room. I could only go to the bathroom and that was it. So for the first week I wasn't very sick, but I just felt really tired. And the second week, for about 3 or 4 days, I was very sick and it felt like a really bad flu.
Slinker hopes her story will help her classmates understand the dangers of the virus and to take the necessary steps to stay safe. Many students found life in quarantine to be difficult with maintaining good mental health and physical health as well. A new student from Tennessee was able to stay fit and disciplined at a weightlifting club for kids. Sophomore Clark Lawson reports from Milo Strength Weightlifting Club from La Follette, Tennessee.
Milo Strength Weightlifting Club. Basically what it is, it's a weightlifting club. It's a means to expose young kids, and of all ages, but particularly young kids, that weightlifting can be a sport.
Once you get to your clean, you don't have to immediately go to your jerk, right? You really don't want to.
I see a generation for myself that was kind of falling out in work ethic and that sort of thing, and I think weight training and learning the barbell can teach you so much more. It's more than just about the weights and the lifting. All the things that come into weightlifting, I think, have a great carryover to life.
Who's been doing their homework, the lunch hour? Yeah? You lying? Good.
Basically, I'm in it for them. My goal is their best interest, and that we try to build that relationship back and forth.
So I came here as a young kid, around 14 or 15 years old, and he is the first person to ever teach me any type of discipline or to ever put a barbell in my hand.
So many people think just because they're young they can't handle situations. No, I think they can. They just got to be put in those situations and taught. And then I think the environment, especially with some of my older kids, when they see the young kids going, they're like, wow, and they compliment them. So it's just reciprocal all the way around.
Good. Better. Yeah. So that back knee's going to have to bend a little bit. You can't be too stiff, right? It's going to be in here.
And all of a sudden it changes the environment when people are besides their class start watching the kids. But their excitement level gets up, and you have to learn how to control all that excitement. And so just even with it, you can kind of travel the country, travel the world if you're fortunate enough. And just keep coaching them, take them to competitions around the country, around the world, hopefully at some point. If we're fortunate to find some good talent, and just so I don't ever get old, and just keep on coaching.
Since moving to Kentucky, Lawson has found a new weightlifting club in Richmond. If you are interested in joining a club near you, Just go to kyweightlifting.org and search under current clubs. Even our virtual students are still finding ways to have a normal life outside of class. Junior Allie King is one such student who is able to use her solo dance routine to stay safe and sane during this time. Maria Carey has her story.
I dance at Bluegrass Dance Training Center. I've danced here for about 14 years. I usually dance around 10 hours a week, Monday through Thursday. The first new choreograph my solo, her name is Blair Ely. She's a professional dancer. She lives in New York and she's on Broadway. I'd say it took about 3 or 4 days, and each day we had about 2 or 3 hours of practice. The dance is very intricate and very detailed. There's a lot of different dynamics in the dance, and that's why I liked her choreography, because she had so many different dynamics, like smooth and sharp and quick and slow. I'm gonna do it at as many competitions as I can and try to win.
If you are interested in fall dance, a limited number of spots are available for small class sizes at bluegrassdancetrainingcenter.com. And if you want to stay up to date with us, just follow us on Instagram at Model Patriot Post. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Model Weekly.